Hey guys, welcome to another Hitman 3 video, and today we are in Dartmoor, England, and we're going to be doing A Matter of Justice and house cleaning challenges. So I'm just gonna poison the detective here so that I can get in with his outfit.
Sorry, I really need to help.
And basically what we need to do is we need to solve the murder mystery properly. And find out who actually did it, and we need to find all the clues in all
That
the
is
areas.
Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47.
So we're just going to take out the detective while he's here. And we're going to dump him in here. So we're just going to use his disguise to get through. And we're just going to dump the gun here as well, as we will need to get free. There. So we're going to run up straight to the front door. And we're going to accept the frisking.
All right there. This is just standard procedure. Good. You're clean and good to go.
So after the frisking, you can go inside, and you've got to just meet up with a butler who will say, do you want to see the crime scene? You're going to say, yeah.
Ah, you must be Mr. Whitmer. Madame Carlyle has asked me to be of assistance to you. I trust you've had a good look around. Are you ready to see the crime scene now?
I am.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
So we're going to go and see the crime scene.
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
That's the best throwaway
Before you
ever.
inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning.
You faced great
The door was
obstacles
locked from the
too,
inside,
I know.
and a suicide letter was found in his room.
We will.
However,
So,
Madame
let's get into
Carlyle
this.
suspects
It is
foul
my
play
So we're going to need our camera.
and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
So we
A
go
locked
in,
room murder
and we're
mystery,
gonna figure out
47.
how
I trust
people
you'll get to the
murdered.
bottom of this.
So locked room. So first of all,
Why
we
don't
scan
you
the
use your
body.
camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
Yeah, he's very good with his poisons. So the next clue is the whiskey bottle. After that, you want to go over to the laptop, and you want to check out the laptop.
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
Then you want to go into here and pick up the suicide
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
And you want to go over to the bookshelves and pull this book. It will reveal a secret room.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
And you want to pick up these mansion floor plans.
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor.
So that
I
is
believe
all
you've done a
of
thorough
the
search of the crime
clues
scene,
in
47.
Zachary's room. So we
Maybe
can now
it's
leave.
time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
So now we've got that out of the way, we can go see the butler and get the rest of the people. And what we're going to do first is we're going to go around and ask people questions, as these give us clues also. And then we will investigate rooms. So, we'll talk
Mr.
to the butler.
Fernsby, I'm done with the
Hey.
crime scene.
Did
How
you
are you?
establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I've prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
So, we now need to go search Fernby's office, as this is the easiest one to get. So, you're going to go straight through these double doors here, and over to the staff room here.
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe.
So,
May
here
I
is
suggest you
Fernby's office.
ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first? That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
So, we're going to go inside and we're going to pick up this note here on his table. Then, we're going to pick up the drugs on his windowsill.
Painkiller. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47?
And then we pick up the journal from the fireplace.
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room,
So,
proving
now that
he
that's out
didn't
the way,
write
we're
it
gonna go and
himself.
interrogate some suspects.
Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
So we need to
So,
talk to this
how long
guy.
have you been working here?
About a
After
month
he
now.
talked to this
You're
woman.
American. What on earth are you doing in this shithole? A girl like you belongs in clubs in London. I bet you're a great dancer.
I don't like dancing.
What about restaurants then? You like food? I know some great places. You should come visit. I'll take you somewhere really nice. Spend a few bucks. A girl like you deserves that.
I don't know.
Patrick Carlyle, can you tell me where you were
Yeah,
yesterday
this guy's a
evening?
creep. Tries hitting on everyone.
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition.
Wow.
Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles.
Jesus.
So, is that it?
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
So next we're gonna go talk to the think it's Rebecca. Next, in here.
Rebecca Carla.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room.
So that's midnight.
And went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual.
Oh, what does he know?
He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon.
So looking at the butler.
And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to ask me?
No, that is it. So now we need a camera out. And we need to just scan this here. So now we go back and we talk to Gregory and Emma. So in here you will find Gregory.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't.
Okay.
Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here
About
with
right,
Zachary,
okay,
my
next story.
obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout,
You
and
know,
I was
down around
back
10.
here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my...
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare
Well, we know he
plants
died
and
by
mother,
Yep.
who travels more than she stays here.
We know
Honestly,
a
I
pipe
can't
killed
say
him
which is the
and he
bigger
drank
ball.
it.
He's better off dead. Is that all?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death.
Jesus.
You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Okay, so that's Gregory dealt with. Now we go and talk to Emma. Which has just left. Here we go.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
Everyone
I
is
need to
bitch.
account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
Wow.
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
So, we can leave that now. And then we need to go talk to the final suspect, which is Edward. So
You
we get
smell
him up.
nicer, but this is still too close.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a...
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years?
Oh.
His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
Okay, so he's a bit of a wimp. Okay, so we just need to go now and investigate the bedrooms. So, as you can see, there is some bedrooms here that we need to do. And it's Emma's and Gregory's room, and then we need to also investigate the greenhouse. So, first of all, we're going to go to Emma and Gregory's room, which should be through this door, up the stairs, and around on the left here.
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
This is Rebecca's room then. Man, it's so confusing this. But either way, it's still one of the rooms we need to go to. So we'll investigate the laptop.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
And we need to scan these. Once that's done, you want to go over to this and twist the pin in. This reveal another secret room. And in here is
Aaron
some
Ford
lawyers.
Jr. calling from Morgan, Yates and Cohn. I need
But
to get a
that's
listing of
about
access
it
transfers.
really. And I think that's it for Rebecca's room. Yep, so the two clues have been found in here that needed. Now we need to go to Emma's room, so which is just across the hallway. So down here, turn left, turn right into this door, and on your left, and this door should be Emma and Gregory's room.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
So right by these suitcases, there's a keychain.
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
Then we need to take the cameras out and take a scan of her shoes. And then by her bed, on her bedside cabinet, is a letter from her mum.
Now this is interesting, 47.
And that is
A
all
letter
the
from
clues
Emma's
in this room.
mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have...
So guys, a jump cut will have happened there, and it's because I walked out the front door and got caught by the guards out front, and accidentally walked back in and they started shooting at me. So I had to load back up and get back in. So we're going to go out the back and And just here, we're going to pull out our camera as there is some footprints. So, that's another clue. And there is another thing to scan over here as well. Which is this bottle right here. If I'm not mistaken, it's somewhere around here. Might be one of the bottles. Might be the moose head or anything. I can't actually remember. There we go, it's a photo. You can tell there was something to scan because it was on the map as a camera. And now we need to go to the greenhouse. So in the greenhouse we're going to unlock the door. And we can find the key on this table here. Once in here, we find this book, and it will have some interesting details in it.
This is a table showing lethal dosages for the poison used to kill Zachary.
So, we need to find one
Something
more
is
clue.
circled, 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms.
And there you go, guys. This is all the
I'd
clues
say
we have
Madame
now.
Carlyle
We just
is
got the
next
house
in line
cleaning.
for a poisoning. Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though. You have uncovered enough evidence to tell Madame Carlyle that Emma is the murderer. Quite the detective, 47. I'm impressed. I
Well,
suggest you go tell Mr. Fernsby.
I was just about to say
Unless
that.
you think there are more secrets to uncover.
So there are a couple more things like you can investigate, but there's no need to do it. We just need to go find the butler now.
So I got hold of
Which I have no idea where he is. He just wanders about and it's hard to keep track of him. Oh, there he is. Just conclude your
I'm ready to
investigation.
present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
And just follow him up to where he takes you. He's going to take you now to Madame Carlyle, who is just waiting for you to tell.
Please stay back.
And yeah, she's waiting for some info, and we're going to go give it her. And you can see she's also walking up the stairs.
Yeah, hey, bro.
Come on. So he's just going to say now, this is her room on the right.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
And we are here. Just going to walk to this chair and sit down.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
And to get the matter of justice, you need to accuse Emma.
Your niece, Emma Carlyle, murdered your brother Zachary.
My niece? Emma is not my niece. She's my daughter-in-law.
And your niece. Emma is the illegitimate child of your late older brother Montgomery, who you and Zachary killed 46 years ago.
That's preposterous.
You asked me to find out what happened to Zachary. Would you rather not know?
No. No, go on.
I found a letter from Emma's mother, Jane, who was the fiancée of your older brother at the time of his death.
Wow.
She witnessed how you and Zachary pushed him off the balcony. She believed you did it to steal the Carlyle empire from her and her unborn child. and she raised Emmer to reclaim what she lost. Marry your heir, Gregory, get revenge, and secure the Carlisle Empire for her bloodline generations to come.
Emma is the daughter of Montgomery and that local girl, Jane.
She is.
Well, the girl got it wrong. I didn't steal anything. I did what was necessary to protect the future of the Carlyles. Montgomery wasn't cut out to take over from father. All heart and no balls.
Emma used the funeral gathering to speed up her installment as the lady of the house, seizing the opportunity to stage Zachary's suicide. She did her homework, used a poison made from one of Zachary's rare plants, found old floor plans from Thornbridge Manor to gain access to his room through a secret passage.
That scheming bitch.
More than you think. I found proof that she will try to poison you next.
Well, I'll have to take care of that. Thank you, Mr. Whitmer. You have not disappointed. I promised you I would reward you generously if you solved the case. So, what do you suggest?
So I'm gonna ask for the case
I
files.
want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Edwards, the Constant. But how do you... Oh, I see. I expected you might show up. But to kill me, not help me. But I've been wrong on so many things lately, so why not this one? I will give you the file on Edwards. You've earned it. I don't suppose I could convince you to deal with my daughter-in-law now you're here. I would like to see her dead. No? What a shame.
What a bitch.
I'll have to see to it some other way then. The file you want is in the safe.
Greetings, sir.
God, I hope you get...
So we're gonna pick up
The
this
file you want is in the safe.
Good work,
God,
47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame
I need
Carla.
some privacy.
And there it is, guys, the A Matter
Thank
of Justice
No need to
challenge.
panic.
I hope you enjoyed this challenge. If you want to quickly kill Madame Carlisle, you can do very quickly here just by pushing her off the balcony. No one will see, and it counts as an accident.
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. You can now just exit the mission via the exit and you will not be seen as you're in disguise. Hope you enjoyed, guys. See you later.